You are welcome to Jerry Royal channel. Please hit the subscribe button to beg latest updates on the British royal family. The crowning of a sovereign is one of the most historic events and is very religious and steeped in pageantry. The crown jewels coronation regalia will play a vital role when the king is crowned on Saturday, May 6, 2023 in Westminster Abbey. There are 6 important steps to the coronation: the recognition, the oath, the anointing, the investiture, which includes the crowning, the enthronement and the homage. Here is what is expected to happen. Recognition. This ritual goes back to ancient steps of the Witan, the Supreme Council of England in Anglo-Saxon times. The sovereign stands in the theatre, the central space in Westminster Abbey, and turn around to show himself unto the people. At each of the 4 directions, east, south, west and north, the Archbishop of Canterbury will declare Charles the undoubted king and ask the congregation and choir to pay their respect and service by screaming out "God save King Charles," with the order of service beckoning on them to do so with willingness and joy. Coronation oath. The form and wording of the oath has changed over the centuries. The king will promise to rule in accordance with law, perform justice with mercy, and keep the Church of England. The king, with the sword of state carried before him, will go to the altar and proclaim, "The things which I have herebefore promised, I will perform and keep, so help me God." He will kiss the Bible and sign the oath. The anointing. After the oath, the king is then anointed, blessed and consecrated by the Archbishop of Canterbury. The anointing with holy oil is the central act of the religious ceremony. The king will take off his crimson robe and sit in King Edward's chair, which was made in 1300 and has been used by all monarchs since 1626, under a canopy of silk or cloth of gold held by 4 Knights of the Garter. The Archbishop will use the golden eagle-shaped ampulla which pours the oil from its beak, and the 12th century silver gilt anointing spoon, which is the most ancient treasure of the crown jewels, to anoint the king in the form of a cross. Traditionally, the choir sings the anthems ad hoc. The priest at the anointing is carried out. Under the chair is expected to be the Stone of Destiny, the ancient sacred symbol of Scotland's monarchy, which was once captured by King Edward I of England, now only goes out of Edinburgh Castle for coronations. Investiture, including the crowning, having been sanctified, the sovereign puts on a sleeveless white garment, the colobium cindenus, and then a robe of cloth of gold, the supertunica. The king is presented with a jeweled sword and the golden spurs, the symbol of chivalry, and the armill's golden bracelets of truth and wisdom. He will put on the robe royal of gold cloth and will be presented with the orb, the coronation ring on the 4th finger of his right hand, the scepter and the rod. Then Charles, sitting in King Edward's chair, will be crowned by the Archbishop with St. Edward's crown, with the congregation shouting out "God save the king." Enthroning. After a blessing, the king will go to his throne and be lifted up into it by the archbishops and bishops and other peers of the kingdom. Homage. The Archbishop, royal blood princes likely to include the Prince of Wales and senior peers, pay respect to the king, placing their hands between the king's and swearing allegiance, touching the crown, and kissing the king's right hand. The House of Commons does not pay homage. Thank you for watching. God bless.